Hello, we're going to go over question 20 that appeared in the Higher GCSE Paper 1 in May 2017. I recommend pausing the video after the question is shown so you can try it yourself. Then play the video again to see the solution and where the marks are awarded. This is question 20. It asks us to solve algebraically the simultaneous equations x squared plus y squared equals 25 and y take away 3x equals 13. If you'd like to pause the video, attempt to answer the question and then play the video to see the solution and where the marks are awarded. Welcome back. So we're given the equations x squared plus y squared equals 25. And y take away 3x is equal to 13. We can rearrange this equation by adding 3x to both sides, which will give us y is equal to 13 plus 3x. I'm going to label these equation 1 and equation 2. We can substitute equation 2 into equation 1. So wherever we see y, we're going to put 13 plus 3x. So where we see y here, we're going to put 13 plus 3x. So we're going to substitute equation 2 into equation 1. And this will give us x squared plus 13 plus 3x all squared is equal to 25. Next we can expand this quadratic. So we've got the x squared. When we expand the quadratic, we're going to get 13 times 13 is 169. We're going to get 13 times 3x, which is 39x, but we're going to get that twice. So we'll get 78x. And we will also get a 3x times 3x, which will give us 9x squared. We can then simplify the left-hand side by joining this x squared with the 9x squared. So we get 10x squared plus 169 plus 78x. To help solve the quadratic, we need to get the right-hand side to be 0. So we're going to take away 25 off both sides. So we get 10x squared, we've got the 78x, and then we've got the 169, take away the 25. That will give us 144. And on this side, when we take away 25, we're left with nothing. These are all even numbers. So to make it simpler, we can divide by 2 throughout. This will leave us with 5x squared plus 39x plus 72. And 0 divided by 2, we've still got 0. To solve for x, we need to factorise the quadratic. We've got 5x squared, and 5 is a prime number, so we know we can only do 1 times 5 to get the 5, which means we're going to have 1x in one bracket and 5x in the other. We know these two numbers need to multiply to give 72. So we may want to go off to one side to do some working out. So we can see that the factor pairs of 72 are 1 and 72, 2 and 36, 3 and 24, 4 and 18, 6 and 12, 8 and 9. We then need to figure out which pair will help us get to 39. And we'll find that if we do add 3 and add 24, that will give us the 39x. Because we have 3 times 5x is 15x, and 24 times x is another 24x. And 24x plus 15x will give us 39x. For the left-hand side to equal 0, we need either x to equal -3, because that would get this brackets to be 0, and 0 times a number will give us an answer of 0, or x will be -24 over 5, because that will get this bracket to be 0, and again 0 times a number will give us an answer of 0. So then we want to use equation 2 to help us work out what the corresponding y value is to when x is equal to -3 and -24 over 5. So first of all, if we look at x is equal to -3, we'll find y is equal to 13 plus 3 times -3, which will equal 13 take away 9, which gives us 4. And then if we look at x is equal to -24 over 5, we can see that y is equal to 13 plus 3 times -24 over 5, which will equal 13 take away 72 over 5, which equals -7 over 5. And this will give you a solution of x is equal to -3 when y is equal to 4, and x is equal to -24 over 5 when y is equal to -7 over 5. So if you get the final answer, you'll get 5 marks. Otherwise, you might be able to get some marks for your working out. First mark is for making this substitution, so you get an equation just in x. The next mark is for expanding this part of the equation, the quadratic. And you get a mark for getting at least 3 of the terms right. The next mark is for getting as far as rearranging the terms so that you've got 0 on one of the sides. And another mark is for managing to factorise the quadratic. And finally, a mark for getting to the final answer. I hope you found that helpful.